Hey guys, welcome to another movie review. This time is about Annabelle Creation, one of the movies from the Conjuring universe, which is a new universe of movies apparently. And this is the fourth, I think, entry in this franchise, let's say, created by James Wan, who is a big horror film director. I mean, he's really huge. He has directed other movies. He's going to direct Aquaman too. He's mainly into horror movies, and this is one of them. He produced this one. This one is directed by David Sandberg, and it stars Tiffany Sigmund, Talitha Bateman, Anthony LaPaglia, and Miranda Otto, who you might remember from the Lord of the Rings franchise. So this movie is about basically a group of girls, of orphan girls, that are arriving in a house like in the middle of nowhere. I think it's Texas or something, but I don't really remember. It's a house in the middle of nowhere, and they just get there with a nun and a priest, and the people in the house are going to be hosting them for a time until they are adopted. They only see the owner, but they don't see his wife. And apparently he's like bedridden and covered like in veils or something. It's really mysterious. And things start happening like right away, right the moment they enter. There's one of the children has polio, so she can't really walk like the other ones. And it's to her that this entity or whatever starts appearing in the form of a doll. The Annabelle doll that you might remember from the earlier Annabelle movie or from the other Conjuring movies, because I think she appears briefly in both. As you might know, the Annabelle doll is possessed by a demon, and the owners of the house thought that it was possessed by the spirit of their deceased daughter that was run over by a car in the road. So it's a really sad movie, but it's also in the right branch of horror, if I may say that. I mean, in the sense that many horror movies nowadays are like slasher movies or gore movies, like a lot of blood. And I hate gore movies, to be honest. I don't like a lot of blood. I think it's unnecessary and exaggerated. For example, in the Tarantino movies, I always hate when the blood starts to shoot out like it's a bullet or something. I think that it's just ridiculous and just kind of insulting to the audience, to be honest. I think it's just silly. I think Tarantino should really stop doing that. But in this movie, there's little blood. I mean, there's a couple gory scenes, I would think, but the rest are like right up scary jump scares, in the sense of jump scares, I would say. Because you always wait for something to happen, and maybe it doesn't happen, or maybe it happens when you don't expect it, or maybe it happens at the moment you expect, because this is the kind of movie that is. And what I like is that normally it's one of the girls, one of the characters, I mean, that's being haunted by a ghost, and then the others don't believe him or her, and then everyone realizes it's true, like 2 minutes before the movie ends. In this movie, it isn't like that. I mean, every single one of the girls realizes that something's happening, and even the nun who stays with them kind of sees like something's going on there, and she kind of knows what that's like. I believe, because this is set in the 1940s, late 1940s. But The Nun, the movie that's coming next in this universe next year, is going to be set in the 50s. And the nun in this movie, spoiler alert, it's not really a spoiler or for anything, but she says that she has been in the monastery in which the nun events happen. So that's really interesting. I love how they connect all of these movies. And actually, the end of this one, I won't tell you the end, but the end of Annabelle Creation links to the earlier Annabelle, and then to the first Conjuring movie, which is really interesting. I really like that, because if you are going to build a universe, just create those connections. And I think other movies have failed to do that, other universes, if I may. So, for example, the DCEU is like, kind of connecting things. Sometimes they don't. Marvel Comics is the same thing. Sometimes they leak things, and sometimes they don't show shit for shit. So, for example, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, they don't leak to anything in that movie. So it's really annoying, but whatever. I really liked the performances all over, especially the two girls, the two main girls, let's say, and the nun, Stephanie Sigman, she's really good because I think she's not even Latina or anything, but she speaks really good Spanish. She speaks with a nice accent that I actually believe she's not from around there. Or maybe she's like Texan or something. I don't really know. But I mean, she does a really nice performance, as well as Anthony LaPaglia and Miranda Otto, who are the hosts of these Girls in the House. They are really, really good because they are scary. They just are a scary couple in the sense that they have had really bad luck. I mean, they fucked it up. I mean, it's because of them that that thing is there. So it's really scary. I really like these scary movies because they are simple. They really use the art direction beautifully. This is a timepiece, basically, so that's really good. They really use sound, which is key in all horror movies, and they also use a lot of cinematography. The cinematography here is beautiful, and it should be beautiful in every single horror movie. I mean, horror movies really need to use all the tools available. The practical effects are gorgeous, and they are beautifully done, and I hope horror movies learn that they don't really have to go CGI all the time. Practical effects are great for horror movies. CGI is more for heavy visual effects movies like sci-fi or something. Like that's the use CGI should have. And I think they use kind of a little bit of CGI here and there in this movie, but it's not really that noticeable. I mean, it's really good. This movie, I mean, I don't know how much this movie was in terms of costs, in terms of dollars, but I think they earned much more than what it costs in the box office. This movie did really good business, and it's really a good horror movie. It's better than the earlier Annabelle movie, but not better than any of the Conjuring movies. Those are really good. The second one was just amazing. So I really recommend the movie. I mean, if you want to be scared, but not like scared out of your pants, but it's scared and interesting because this movie has a lot of drama too, and that's beautiful about it. It's not really just you being scared, but a really nice story behind it. I think that it's really good. It could be better, to be honest. It could be much better, but it's really a good departure point, if you will. So yeah, really recommended movie. Please like this video or unlike this video if you didn't like it, and tell me what you thought about the movie in the comments down below. Please share this video on your social media and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Goodbye.